Hi, welcome to the Power of Self-Evolution. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the reasons why success doesn't guarantee fulfillment. So, in my last episode, I talked about the inquiry, the questions to ask yourself about why success doesn't guarantee fulfillment. Today, I want to go deeper. I want to actually explain what I mean by that and why it's true, not just for me, but for so many high achievers I work with. Let's start here. Success is subjective. It means something different to everyone. We all have our own definition shaped by our own life, but today I'm speaking to the general stereotypical version of success, the high achiever version. Status, money, career, accomplishment. The version most of us were handed without ever questioning it. Here's the core of what I want you to understand. Success is built on external conditions. It's based on what we do and what we have. What we do, our career, our titles, our accomplishments, how productive we are. What we have, our money, our house, our car, where our kids go to school, the latest everything. We've been taught directly or indirectly that these external things define our identity and our worth. But we are human beings, not human doings, and not human havings. And most of us are living backwards. We do and we have first, hoping that eventually it'll all add up to feeling worthy. I know because I've lived this. It's a story of my life. Starting very early on. Ay, 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 ay. Achievement became my proof of worth. I had to do a lot and have a lot just to like myself, just to love myself. And it worked for a little while, and then it faded over and over again. And I had to do it over and over again in order to try to get that feeling back. But that wasn't success. That was a crazy cycle, a loop of chasing the same high over and over again, never ever having it stick anywhere, and it never felt permanent. Underneath the loop was something deeper, a fear I had since I was a kid. I was already questioning what happiness even meant before I had the language for it. I do remember specifically saying to myself, I don't understand life. We work, we're unhappy, and then we die. So the only language I had was not being happy. So my greatest fear wasn't failure. It was never feeling a deep, lasting sense of fulfillment in my life. As a kid, I used the word happy, but over time, it really became this deep, intrinsic sense of fulfillment and meaningfulness. So that fear is what quietly and insidiously drove the overachieving, the perfectionism. I mean, in essence, all of it. And here's the proof. Even at my most successful, in every single area of my life, there was still an emptiness, a void, a darkness, a hole in my heart that I could never fill, no matter what I did or what I had. Doing and having worked for a little while, but it never was enough. And it definitely never lasted. And then came the real wake-up call when my sister died. And in that moment, nothing I had done, nothing I had built, nothing I had accumulated could remotely touch the pain that I was feeling and suffering from. All the success in the world meant nothing. And in fact, it all seemed meaningless in the face of losing my beloved sister. That's when the old strategy I'd been running my whole life completely collapsed. It absolutely obliterated my entire world. And that collapse forced me to find another way. Fulfillment didn't start making sense to me until I learned to train for being first. Not doing, not having, but being. We are human beings, not human doings or human havings. And so, how to actually do that, how to train for being first, that's what we're getting into in these next episodes. But for now, I want you to just be with this. If you're achieving and still feel the void, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong in your life. You're just living it backwards like I did. And there's definitely another way. There's definitely a better way. There's definitely a way that regardless of success, regardless of being successful and then losing the success, regardless of the mistakes and the failures, regardless of anything and everything outside of yourself, you still have you. You still believe in you. You still trust you. You still respect you. You still adore you. You're still madly, passionately in love with you. For you and only you, no matter what else anyone says, thinks, or does to you. That when you have yourself and deeply, intrinsically feel you love you because of who you are, not what you do or what you have, then you can't lose. You can never, ever lose. And what's really amazing and so worth it is the more you just believe in you and you have this sense of freedom within yourself, inner freedom, self-freedom, you'll never be alone. You'll attract more like-souled, like-energy, like-minded humans and opportunities and things. So with the least amount of effort in your beingness, it's easier and simpler to do and to have. And so, hello, duh. That's exactly what then made it also worth it. All the training, all the understanding, all the discomfort, all the challenges is that you get to be the source of your doing and your having. And it becomes more effortless. It becomes funner. It becomes freer because you have this sense of inner freedom. And so I highly recommend it. It's so radically worth it. And I'm going to complete here today with something to think about. And I'm wishing you the most extraordinary self-evolutionary process to really connect to yourself, with yourself, by yourself, so that life is more exciting and passionate. Thank you all for listening.